beautiful darlings. This video is all going to be about foreplay. Benefits of foreplay, different types of foreplay, and maybe a few red flags of foreplay. We all know why foreplay is important: to arouse our body, to warm up our body before we go into the bedroom. Imagine a car in winter in the UK in the snow. You can't get in there, turn it on, and we're off. A woman's body is kind of the same. We need warming up. You're gonna put the key in the door, you're gonna turn it, or maybe click a button. You know, we're not in 1999. You're gonna get the de-icer out, you're gonna scrape the ice off the car, you're gonna get the hot bucket of water, you're gonna pour that over the car, you're gonna wait a couple of minutes, you're gonna notice visually to see if the car is ready yet. A woman's body is quite the same. Think of your foreplay like the car. We've got a couple of steps that we need to take before we're actually just going to jump in and get onto it. If you're new around here, my channel is full of sensuality and sexuality, and I welcome in all the taboo subjects. So for me to keep providing these videos for you to improve your sex life, please subscribe below. And if there's anything you guys want to see, just pop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Firstly, have you ever noticed the difference in your body and arousal in the bedroom when you talk about sex in the day and then go into the bedroom, rather than not talking about sex and just going straight in? Can you or have you noticed the difference, and maybe take this into account next time this happens? Foreplay can definitely start outside the bedroom. So imagine if you are talking about sex during the day, discussing with your partner, what would you like to try this evening? I've seen this video, can we have a go at this? Or my body's feeling a little bit fragile today, I would like to take it slow, I'm not ready to have my hair pulled. The more that you're warming up the conversation and opening your awareness and nervous system to go into your sexual experience, you're going to be a little bit more receptive, rather than if you just jump on the bed and open your legs. I have had my fair share of unhealthy experiences, which is why these videos are here for you guys, so you don't have to go through that as well. I was also uneducated back then, and one time I was with a guy. I basically was straight in doggy. There was no communication, there was no lube, and he just went straight in. My body went into a freeze mode. Obviously the experience wasn't pleasurable, but I didn't have the skills to communicate or even know what turned me on back then to communicate with him. When our body goes into that freeze state and shock, we're not actually in a pleasurable experience. And this is why noticing how your body actually feels during your sexual experiences is going to maybe open more space for you to notice what you actually like and don't in the bedroom. But we don't just want to sit there in that freeze state. Foreplay can actually lead to increased arousal and pleasure, and having more of a deeper emotional connection with your relationship as well. You could think of it like as a football game. The players are all interconnected with each other, communicating, looking at each other's verbal language and assessing the situation before taking that shot. Our bodies are the same. Is your body ready? Is your body open? And if you do struggle with kind of being turned on or a low libido, what I recommend for your own foreplay is getting into your body first. So what does turn you on? If you don't know what turns you on, I do have another video, I'll link it above, on erotic blueprints, which is a way to assess what kind of environment or what kind of stimulation or visual or feeling turns you on. The more that you know about this, then it's going to be so much easier for you to turn yourself on or to communicate this with your partner, whether maybe you guys are the same erotic blueprint or different. The more our body's actually turned on before sex, it comes as a natural lubrication. Obviously, we're turned on, we're wet, then we want to go in for the experience. We don't always need that lube, unless he's big, for example. But this is another one. If you are with a partner and you've had your foreplay and you're still not turned on and you always need lube, is this the right sexual partner for you? Or are you forcing your body to have this experience when really deep within you, this is not what you want? Just some food for thought for you guys. And maybe you don't actually know what you want in the bedroom. I do work one-on-one with individuals or couples on improving the communication, improving the confidence, and connecting to your own self within the bedroom so you can openly communicate then to your partner. So again, I'll put the links in the description if this is something or a journey that you want to explore more of. Let's come back to the car example I used in the start of the video. If that car is not warmed up, there's going to be a lot of friction as we're moving forward. It's the same with the penis and vagina. If there's no warmth in there, if there's no lubrication, we're just going to have a friction, and it's not going to be a comfortable or pleasurable experience. I know definitely I don't want that. And this is probably one of my favorite benefits of foreplay, that it enhances your communication. I love communication in the bedroom because communication in the bedroom doesn't only help you when you're fumbling around, it also helps you in so many other areas of life. If you can communicate when you're in your most vulnerable state, obviously in the bedroom, tapping into that using your voice, that's going to give you a lot more confidence, for example, to communicate in the outside world. Communication is great to learn more about your partner, whether that be more verbal or non-verbal. Obviously the communication beforehand, let's say you are out shopping and you've got some new lingerie, you send him a picture and be like, ooh, do you like this, babe, or do you prefer this one? That's going to allow him to have a choice, to feel like you've thought of him. He will communicate what he likes, and then that's up to you. You know, do I want to play this, or do we want to be like most girls and we'll be like, oh yeah, you picked A, but I'm going to pick B instead. The more communication that you guys have, it allows you to understand better your desires, wants, needs, and fantasies that you can use overall for a better sexual experience. We all want to have better sex, so why don't you set yourself up for success rather than, like I said, just being that freeze mode. And now I'm going to touch on how foreplay can just simply be foreplay and doesn't need to lead into the bedroom. I had a beautiful experience once and we actually didn't have any condoms, which is why we didn't have sex. So safety first, girls. During the day that we spent together, we could feel there was slight attraction and arousal within each other, within our bodies. We shared a few kisses as we're sitting on the beach. And I guess this was the start of the foreplay. It was actually a nude beach, so we could have just gone straight in and had the fun, but the anticipation and the arousal that came from this foreplay honestly made the experience and the day so much better. I'm definitely more about quality than quantity, because we could have had foreplay 3 or 4 times throughout the day, but when we waited and had that one moment, oh, it was so divine. So as we've gone through the day, we came into the bedroom. We had some massage oil, so he was massaging me and I was receiving it. It was so beautiful, and then we did exchange and we were just caressing and touching our whole body. Massage also is a great one for an arousal within your senses, because you come connected to your senses and to your touch. If you think about it, when we were all birthed on this earth, what was the first thing that we felt as we came into the world? Touched. We were all touched and held. That is a feeling that we want to feel often in our body. So we were touching and caressing, and as that arousal was coming, obviously there was an erection that came. I was exploring his penis, he was exploring my vulva, and it was just so beautiful. There was communication. I voiced, do you like it harder? Do you like it slower? He was like, are you more internal or external? And I knew how to answer because I really am in tune with my body. So this is a great one for you girls. If you're not in tune with your body and you don't know how to respond when someone asks you questions of what you actually like, this is a great lesson to go and learn that, to explore your own body first, because the more that you explore your own body, the more pleasure you know where you're going to have it, and the better overall experience is going to come. We put the music on, we were stimulating each other. He was French as well, so it was very, very passionate and erotic. There was a bit of, oh, j'aime bien quand tu me touches comme ça. You can see how erotic that is, hey? And just expanding on that type of foreplay with touch, if you struggle maybe to get into your own body and you know this with your partner, massage is a great one. I do have a couples massage course that goes step by step with different techniques, motions of the ocean, and even body slides that you can incorporate into your foreplay. Simply just massage and touch, and then obviously you can take it into there more of the foreplay, whether it's fingering or oral, and then more obviously into sex. But we just want to start warming up your body. We get honestly so wrapped up in the external world and what we see on porn websites that we think we've just got to go straight in and have that hair pull. That is not the answer. Slowly, sensually warming up your body first, taking this forward, you're honestly just going to feel so liberated. And literally, this is how I live my life, in a liberated sexual way. And I'm sure you guys can get there too.